Welcome to online lecture series in organic chemistry, and we are discussing about the types of reactions in metal complexes. In earlier video we have seen that in metal complexes three types of reactions are there: substitution reactions, redox reactions, and isomerization and racemization reactions. But in this chapter we are going to discuss substitution reactions of octahedral complexes in detail. So in this video I am going to start the substitution reactions of metal complexes. Now the reactions of complexes, which include the replacement of one ligand by another or one metal ion by another, are called as substitution reactions. Actually, in coordination compound, the central metal atom, it is electron acceptor or electron deficient, and normally it acts as a electrophilic reagent, and the ligands, these are the electron donors or electron rich, and therefore these ligands act as a nucleophilic reagents. And therefore in general, when there is a replacement of one ligand by other, then this is the nucleophilic substitution reaction, and when there is a substitution of one metal by other, then it becomes electrophilic substitution. So in general, the nucleophilic substitution and electrophilic substitution reactions are represented as, first of all, ligand substitution reactions are represented as when metal complex, when it is allowed to react with ligand Y, then this ligand gets replaced by Y, and first of all there is a breaking of metal ligand bond, and this new ligand, it is attached to metal, and we get My. So this is the nucleophilic substitution reaction where there is a replacement of one ligand by other. Similarly, it can be a metal substitution reaction where the metal ligand bond breaks, and this metal, it is replaced by another metal, that is M dash. So, and there is a formation of M dash L. So this is the electrophilic substitution reaction. So here we are going to discuss mechanism of ligand substitution reactions. And the reactions of complexes which involve the replacement of one ligand with another, these are called as ligand substitution reactions. And the ligand substitution reactions are explained on the basis of two mechanisms, that is dissociative mechanism and associative mechanism. Before that, the general octahedral substitution reaction, it is represented like this: MLNX plus Y. Actually, this is the octahedral complex. Initially MX bond breaks, and it can be this X, it can be replaced by Y, and we get the substitution product. And mechanism of this ligand substitution reaction, it is explained on the basis of dissociative mechanism or associative mechanism. So dissociative mechanism, it is SN1, and associative mechanism, it is SN2. Now first of all we are going to discuss the dissociative mechanism for the ligand substitution reaction. So this is the two-step mechanism. Now step 1, it is the dissociation of metal ligand bond, that is MX bond, and second step is addition of Y or formation of new bond between metal and incoming ligand. So step 1, ML5X slowly gives ML5 plus X. ML5, this is the 5 coordinate intermediate, and its geometry, it can be square pyramidal or trigonal bipyramidal, and this intermediate, it is unstable, and here there is a dissociation of metal ligand bond, that is MX bond, and first of all this old ligand gets dissociated, bond breaks, and this process is slow, and therefore in slow step there is a breaking of metal ligand bond, whereas the second step is, as soon as this 5 coordinate intermediate is formed, the metal, it forms new bond with Y, that is incoming ligand, and there is a formation of Ml5Y. This is the fast, and therefore rate of this reaction, first step, it is proportional to concentration of Ml5X, and therefore R is equal to K, that is the proportionality constant, into concentration of Ml5X. So rate depends upon the concentration of Ml5X. At the same time, in slow step, there is involvement of only one reactant or only one species, and therefore this is the unimolecular reaction, and that is the SN1, substitution nucleophilic unimolecular reaction. Now this is the octahedral complex. Metal is at the center. These are the 4 ligands oriented along the same plane, one ligand above the plane, and the 6th ligand, that is X, it is below the plane. So first of all, slowly there is a breaking of this metal and ligand bond, MX bond. So when this X gets departed, then after breaking of MX bond, then there is a formation of square pyramidal complex. This is the square pyramid. The 4 ligands, these are occupying the corners of or base of the pyramid, square pyramid, and one ligand, it occupies the top corner of the square pyramid, and this is the square pyramidal complex, which is unstable. So as soon as this unstable 5 coordinate intermediate is formed, there is a reaction between incoming ligand, say for Y, with this 5 coordinate complex, and there is a formation of the product, that is there is a formation of new My bond, and again we get the octahedral complex. So this is one way of mechanism. The octahedral complex first of all converted into square pyramidal complex by the loss of X, and by the addition of Y again, or by the reaction between Y and M, there is a formation of new octahedral complex where there is a replacement of X by Y. Another route is, or another way of dissociative mechanism is, first of all, again this X gets departed, MX bond breaks, and there is a formation of trigonal bipyramidal intermediate, which is 5 coordinate, because this metal, it is attached to 5 ligands, 3 ligands in the same plane, one is above the plane, other is below the plane. This is also 5 coordinate complex, and this trigonal bipyramidal intermediate combines with new ligand, that is Y, and this Y now gets attached to metal, and we get the octahedral complex. Now some of the highlighting points about the dissociative mechanism are: the first step is slow, this one, the first step is slow and rate determining step, and the rate of reaction, it is directly proportional to concentration of one reactant species, that is Ml5X, but independent of concentration of Y. The rate of reaction, it is independent of concentration of Y, that is the species involved in first step, and therefore this is unimolecular reaction. So this mechanism is called substitution nucleophilic unimolecular, because the rate determining step, in rate determining step, there is an involvement of only one reactant or one species. In this mechanism, bond breaking and bond making processes occur separately. First of all, the bond between metal and X breaks, and then there is a formation of bond between metal and ligand Y. So bond breaking and bond making processes are separate, and examples of this type of mechanism, that is dissociative mechanism, are most of the cobalt 3 complexes follow SN1 mechanism. Now next mechanism is associative mechanism, that is substitution nucleophilic bimolecular. So in this mechanism, bond breaking and bond making processes occur simultaneously. So there is no any dissociation of complex. There is no any dissociation of complex. And here the new ligand, that is Y, it is directly added to ML5X to form 7-coordinate intermediate, that is ML5XY, which has pentagonal bipyramidal structure, and then ligand X lost from the unstable intermediate to form ML5Y as a product. So let us discuss this associative mechanism, that is SN2 mechanism. Now here ML5X, that is the complex, metal complex, reacts with Y, that is ligand. This is slow process, and this Y just it is attached to metal. Now basically this metal is attached to 6 ligands. Its coordination number is 6. Additionally, Y is now attached to metal. So altogether 7 ligands will be attached to metal, and therefore this is the 7-coordinate intermediate, which is highly unstable. And this step is slow, and in slow step there is a involvement of 2 species, that is ML5X and Y, and therefore this is bimolecular. Then as soon as this 7-coordinate intermediate is formed, there is a breaking of MX bond, and there is a formation of the product, that is ML5Y. So rate of reaction, it depends upon concentration of ML5X and the concentration of Y, and therefore this is the bimolecular reaction, substitution nucleophilic bimolecular reaction. So consider this is the octahedral complex, metal is at the center, 4 ligands occupying the same plane of octahedron and same plane in this regular octahedral geometry. One ligand above the plane, other is below the plane. So here as soon as Y it is added or allowed to react with this octahedral complex, slowly this Y gets attached to metal, and this is the formation of new intermediate, unstable intermediate, 7-coordinate intermediate. It has a pentagonal bipyramidal geometry. So this pentagonal bipyramidal intermediate, then from this intermediate metal X bond breaks, this bond breaks, and again we get the product where metal is attached to Y. So breaking of X takes place with fast rate, whereas the attachment of Y to the metal takes place in slow process. So highlighting points about this mechanism is the rate of reaction, it is proportional to the concentration of both ML5X and Y, and therefore this is bimolecular reaction. And the rate determining step, in rate determining step there is an involvement of 2 species, and therefore this reaction is SN2, that is substitution nucleophilic bimolecular. And most of the substitution reactions of chromium 3+ complexes are SN2 or follow SN2 reaction mechanism. So in this way we have seen the dissociative mechanism, that is SN1 mechanism for ligand substitution, and SN1 mechanism, SN2 mechanism, that is associative mechanism. Dissociative mechanism, it is SN1, and associative mechanism, that is SN2. And a summary of this point: for dissociative mechanism there are 2 steps. In slow step there is a breaking of MX bond, and in fast step there is an addition or attachment of Y, and there is involvement of 1 species in slow step, therefore this is SN1. Whereas in associative mechanism there is involvement of 2 species in slow step, that is the complex and the ligand Y. So in this way we have completed here the dissociative and associative mechanism for ligand substitution reactions.